It's a story that has gripped the Colombians since this plane crashed on the 1st of May. They had been travelling in a small single-engine aircraft and there were 7 passengers on board. The pilot declared an emergency because that single engine had failed and the plane fell off radar, and that's when the search began for these children. When the plane was found about 2 weeks later, the adult bodies were found nearby, but the children were nowhere to be seen, so they stepped up their search, sensing that these children could still be alive. And they found some clues, so tiny little footprints. They found pieces of fruit that had been sort of half eaten by humans, and they found nappies, so that gave them a sense. Now, the 4 children were aged 13, 9, 4, and just 11 months, so the youngest was just 11 months old. Now, during the search, rescuers used things like flares. The helicopters dropped boxes of food, hoping that the children might find them and help to sustain them. And this part is my favourite. They used speakers to blare messages from the children's grandma, telling them to stay in the same place, because this is a very dense forest. You can see from the pictures how dense it is. It's very difficult for ground teams, but also helicopters, to see anything. Now, there's a bit of hope around May 18th when the President tweeted that the children had been found, but he later deleted that tweet and said that he had been misinformed. The children are from the Wioto tribe, and they're, keen survivors. They're known to survive forests, so there was lots of hope going through this. Have a listen to what the President, Gustavo Petro, said.
The first news is that, indeed, the indigenous communities participating in the search, along with the Colombian military, have found the 4 children after 40 days. They were alone. It was them who achieved a great exemplary survival. It will become history. These children are today the children of peace and the children of Colombia.
So it is an incredible story, a very happy story to wake up to on a Saturday morning, but it's worth remembering that these children have been through a lot of trauma. They would have seen adults being killed in a plane crash. It's a really traumatic thing. So they're now being treated in hospital, but it is a remarkable story of survival.